Any mention?
Not, I beg to make a mention of item 4, madam. It is kindly taken up after 2 weeks. I've already informed the respondent counsel, madam.
How long?
2 weeks, madam.
2 weeks.
Okay, please, Lordship. Lordship, I beg to mention item number 5, Lordship. Lordship, here the hearing has been concluded, Lordship. Only left with this written argument, Lordship.
We
So
have
I'm praying
already
for
filed,
this,
my lord. They should file it before lordships again, my lord. The matter goes
I'm praying-
goes
From the head or from records or from where?
no, from the head.
2 weeks.
Obliged, madam.
Obliged.
Not item 1. It's a joint request, madam. Can be taken up on any other date.
You can have it next week, my lord, subject to your lordship's convenience.
Next week I have some difficulty, madam.
This matter has been heard.
Partly heard, my lord.
This was heard.
Heard for quite some time, my lord. Then we were directed to file an affidavit, bring on record the documents that was filed in the earlier writ petition, my lord. That we have already done. So, my lord, we have to proceed from there on.
Next week I have some difficulty, madam. Thereafter, if it is,
You see, all matter ensure that
I will try to finish it.
2 weeks,
Madam, that will be item 1 and 2, madam.
1 and 2.
Yes.
1 and 2.
Obliged.
Wait, please, Your Lordship, I beg to mention item number 12 for respondent 1, 2, and 3 on behalf of PS Nongbri. Your Lordship, let this matter be taken up after 2 weeks.
12. Who's appearing?
12.
Yes, Mr. Graham, you are in this case. 12.
He mentions 12.
Your name is there.
Very limited issue in this case. You can take it next week, my lord, because very limited issue, my lord. In this case. After a week, my lord. A long pending case one. It's a case regarding the termination of the prisoner as a same, which has been removed. Very limited point is there, but suppose notice was not given after the inquiry report was furnished to this council, and straight away they have removed me as the same. Only that point only.
Next week. 1 week.
Please, Lordship. So I beg to mention item 3, my lord. This was, my lord, regarding the transport department recruitment, which is pending.
This is still pending with Supreme Court.
I think so, your lordship.
Not yet.
Not yet listed. After 4 weeks.
As submitted by the parties, in view of the fact that a related matter is pending before the Supreme Court, this matter is accordingly adjourned. List is now after 4 weeks.
Obliged.
On supplementary list, item number 1.
round of litigation. So I'm praying for Passover. Praying for Passover because senior counsel is on desk. After some time.
On one day, then, Your Lordship. One day, Your Lordship.
There's
Yes.
some urgency.
There is no urgency, Your Lordship. Checkgate has been closed down by the Deputy Commissioner
Arbitrarily closed down, Lordship.
after considering the representation, Your Lordship.
No representation, there's no finding to that, Lordship. Lordship, the check gate has been closed on 27 May, Lordship, and immediately we have preferred repetition, Lordship. Because the
Come on one day, Your
court bench-
Lordship.
the current bench had recused, Your Lordship. That's why the matter has been placed before Your Lordship today, Your Lordship.
Closing down appears to be arbitrary. With regard to Shady, Lordship declared authorized.
Lordship, I'll please. I'm just, let it come on one day, Your Lordship.
Lordship, the impugn order is arbitrary and discriminatory, Lordship.
It has been well considered, Your Lordship.
No, Lordship.
This
Check gate matter, Lordship.
this
This so-called
petitioner has
non-tribal
approached this
check gate.
court earlier.
This is third round of litigation, Lordship.
Same.
Same,
Check it.
Lordship. Same check gate. They've come up with the same set of plea, Lordship.
National
Same
Highway.
National Highway, Your
National
Lordship.
Highway, Lordship.
Yes, Your Lordship. And with that,
I'm praying for a Passover, Lordship, at the end of the boat. There's some urgency is there, Lordship.
I wonder if we can.
urgency, I don't think urgency is there, Your Lordship.
Otherwise, I'll place my case now, Lordship. I'll show the impugn order. Lordship, the petitioner is a agent appointed by the district council to run the check gate to regulate and control and check the
Yes.
trading by non-commercial by the commercial transport vehicles flying over the jurisdiction of the district council, Lordship. Now there's no dispute with my appointment, Lordship. Now straightly I'll come to your Lordships. Page 66, your Lordships.
Page 66.
Page 66.
Yes.
Now this is an order passed by the the Deputy Commissioner, Your Lordship, invoking section 163 of BNSS for closure of the check gate, Lordship. Immediately we had approached this honorable court at page 68. By this order, the check gate has been closed down, Lordship.
When was this order passed?
This order was passed on 4th February 2025.
(166) BNSS.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Akin to 144.
163, Lordship, yes. 163, Lordship.
Yes, 163.
Yes.
This is 4th February.
Lordship, I'll just shoot the sequence of events, Lordship, what has happened. This first order was issued to me, Lordship, under 163. Immediately I approached this honorable court at page 68. Your Lordship had seized of the matter and disposed also of the matter, Lordship, saying that since the notice under 163 had lapsed, Lordship, can you come to page 7?
Oh, this is 2025.
Yes, Your Lordship. This is the first round of litigation.
Okay.
Since the 163 notice has lapsed, Lordship, over time, so Your Lordship had disposed of the matter.
It was not pressed.
It was not pressed. We did not press. But Your Lordship, can you come at paragraph 7 of that order at page 71?
Yes.
Liberty was given to the state to see that if there's any violation of any person for operation and erection of toll gates on the national highway. That liberty is given to the state under 7, para 7. Now, again, Your Lordship, the state respondent through the concerned BDO and the Dame Posa police station officer in charge, Lordship, they had verbally come and again closed down the check gate despite this order, Lordship. Now at page 72, we had approached this honorable court. Now this honorable court directed the government, the Deputy Commissioner, to dispose of my representation dated 5/12/2025. Now that representation has been disposed of, whereby my representation has been rejected. Can you come straight to page 84, Lordship? This is the order. Page 83, Your Lordship. I'll refer to page 83. Page 83, Your Lordship, my representation has been rejected on these grounds, Your Lordship. Lordship, can you see paragraph 24, Your Lordship? 24, 25, 26. The state government has rejected my representation by relying on the Control of National Highways Act, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Next page, Your Lordship, page para 27, page 84, para 27 and 28. This says that no permission has been sought from the national authorities to operate the check gate in question.
Yes.
Now, para 31, Your Lordship, can you see what is the exact wording of this order, Your Lordship? In view of the above, your representation dated 5/12/2025 is without merit and is hereby rejected. So by this order dated 9 February 2026, my representation has been rejected on the sole ground that no permission has been sought from the National Highway authorities. Now thereafter, Your Lordship, surprisingly, on 27 May 2026, the impugn order has been passed, Lordship. Now kindly, Lordship, the tape copy is at page 86. Now this is the impugn order, Your Lordship.
Yes.
The impugn order says that because of the zero tolerance policy adopted by the state.
Yes.
So far as erection of the toll gates in the national highway, because of that ground, Your Lordship, now they have closed my check gate, Lordship. Now kindly see the sequence of events. Lordship, my representation was rejected on 9 Feb 2026. There's no finding, there's no direction against me to close the check gate. I continued, Lordship, till 27 May 2026. It was only on 27 May 2026 that this order has been issued, Your Lordship. Now even this order has not been communicated to me, Your Lordship. I have obtained this order from the officer in charge of the Denpasar police station, Lordship. Now what is the exact purport of the ground raise taken up by the Deputy Commissioner while passing this impugn order? They have not mentioned that your representation has been rejected or dismissed. The only contention is that because of the zero tolerance policy, you should not erect any check gate in the national highway. Now, Your Lordship, in this connected matter, Your Lordship, which has been dealt by this Lordship in the interim stage, Lordship, Your Lordship has also dealt this similar set of issues, Your Lordship, and Your Lordship has granted a stay, Your Lordship. Now, so far as this impugn order is issued, Your Lordship, at 27 May, no notice was issued to me, no inspection was conducted, no opportunity of hearing was given to me, Your Lordship. Now, Your Lordship, at page 87 is Your Lordship's order, which has been passed. Interim order has been passed so far as the gates concerning the Jaintia Hills, Lordship. Now, in this matter also, Your Lordship had taken note of the National Highways Authorities Act, Lordship, and Your Lordship has, while taking note of all these aspects, Lordship, had granted stay in this concerned matter, Lordship. My whole matter, the entire matter of the petitioner is squarely covered by Your Lordship's interim protection, Lordship, passed in the other connected matter. So my humble submission at this stage, Your Lordship, the arbitrary action and discriminatory action of the respondents in issuing the impugn order, Your Lordship, has to be taken up by this, Your Lordship, by Your Lordships. And for interim protection, Your Lordship, I'm praying that the interim order passed by the other matter may be applied in my case, and I may be allowed to continue to run the check gate, Lordship. My term of the agreement is still Lordship, the term of agreement is still it's existing on 9/1/2028, Lordship. Lordship, if no interim orders is passed at this stage, Lordship, the petition itself will render in fractures. And so far as when I have executed the agreement with the council, Lordship, I have also paid my annual premium, which is amounting to rupees 4,90,000, which is annually, Lordship. Now, that's why, Lordship, a prima facie case exists in my favor, and balance on convenience and irreparable loss is there in favor of the petitioner for grant of any interim protection at this stage, Lordship. So that is my humble submission.
May it please Your Lordship. Lordship, kindly have page 81, Your Lordship. That is the order passed by the learned Deputy Commissioner, Your Lordship. It is not, Your Lordship. There are so many grounds, Your Lordship.
Page 81.
81, Your Lordship. Yes, that is the type copy, Your Lordship. If I may read, Your Lordship.
Yes.
This order disposed of the representation dated 5/12/2025 submitted by Shri so-and-so, hereinafter called the applicant. The applicant stated that he was appointed as lessee agent by the Khasil Autonomous District Council by letter dated so-and-so to detect illegal trading by non-travel commercial transport of at Moringkening, Maukhanu. The applicant further stated that in this regard, the checkgate operated by him was directed to be closed by the block development officer Moringkening and a police officer from the Paso police station on so-and-so. All contention raised by the applicant in the representation are examined in details and dealt hereinafter. Whereas the Honorable High Court in case so-and-so filed by the applicant by judgment and order dated, Lordship, that order allowing us to see whether the gate is operate on the national highway or not, dispose of the petition and left it open to the authorities concerned to take necessary action in accordance with law as and when required in cases of violation by any person with regard to the operation or erection of toll gate or national highway, state highway and major district road. Whereas the contention of the applicant that the action taken on so-and-so for closure of the gate was pursuant to a verbal instruction is incorrect and rejected. Inasmuch as the action was taken pursuant to the office order dated so-and-so passed by the Deputy Commissioner East Khasil District, deputing the Executive Magistrate and the Block Development Officer, Moringkening CRD Block, along with the officer in charge of Moringkening Police Station to close the checkgate at Maukhanu. Whereas the action of the District Admission to close the illegal checkgate is justifiable and is pursuant to the judgment and order dated passed in so-and-so by the Honorable High Court of Meghalaya. The action is also pursuant to the direction passed by the Honorable Supreme Court in Jan Prakash versus Union of India Writ Petition number so-and-so. Whereas a careful examination of the Khasi United Giantia Trading by Non-Tribal Regulation and the United Khasi so-and-so reveals that there is no provision authorizing even contempting the erection or operation of the checkgate. This is one of the Crown, Your Lordship. And whereas the issue of setting of checkgate came up for concern before the learned single judge of the Honorable High Court of Meghalaya in the case of Dangyu El Khar State of Meghalaya and order dated, wherein the learned single judge by judgment and order dated so-and-so reported and so-and-so held that the Khadi has no power to set up checkgate for checking mineral transport challan. And whereas the judgment and order dated so-and-so of the learned single judge was upheld in so-and-so, wherein the division bench of the Honorable High Court by judgment and order dated reported in so-and-so held that Khadi does not have the power to set up the checkpoint or impose fees on, then consequently the agent appointed by it also does not have the power to do same. Whereas Khadi also sought to challenge the order of the learned single judge dated so-and-so passed in WPC so before the Honorable Supreme Court by the order dated passed in the Khasil so-and-so dismissed the SLP, whereas the order dated passed in so-and-so, she titled so-and-so, the Honorable High Court of Meghalaya also dismissed the review petition seeking review of the judgment and order dated so-and-so, whereas the Honorable High Court recently by judgment and dated of in Hima Maulong leadership and another state of Meghalaya clarified the question of customary right to establish checkgate are left open, and Honorable Division Bench upheld the authority and power of the administration to regulate dismantle checkgates in accordance with law. Whereas checkpoint without any sanction of law also infringe the right to trade and trade and movement of citizens content under Article 19.1, 19.1G, 19.1D of the Constitution, whereas under paragraph 12A of the 6th Schedule Constitution of India, the law or regulation with this council repugnant to law framed by the state is void, whereas any executive exercise of the council to the extent that it repugnant to the law framed by the state is void, whereas the act of establishing checkpoint also run contrary to the 6th Schedule and the applicant has no right to establish or operate checkgate or collect verification fees thereunder. Whereas in view of the settled law, since the KHADC itself does not have the right to establish or operate checkgate, it consequently did not have the power to appoint the applicant as lessee agent for the said purpose, whereas the government of Meghalaya has zero tolerance policy toward existence of any illegal collection of toll gates, checkgate or forcible collection from traffic plying along the national highway, state highway and major district road, whereas the applicant has relied upon the interim order dated so-and-so passed by the Honorable High Court in this case to contend that checkgate situated on or near the national highway is permissible. That is the Lordship, the order passed by the Lordship. The said condition is incorrect and rejected, whereas reliance placed by the applicant on the interim order dated so and so and passed in so and so is misplaced, are not applicable to the fact of the present case, and is therefore rejected. Firstly, the order is limited to Giant Hill Autonomous District Council, not the Castle Autonomous District. Secondly, a careful reading of the order showed that the Honorable High Court merely state the operation of the closure or as an interim measure, observing that the question as to whether the shipyard was situated on the national highway or beyond it could be adjudicated only after full hearing. The issue is no longer in dispute in view of the authoritative judgment and order dated so and so of the Honorable Division Bench of the Honorable High Court of Meghalaya in Hima Maulong's leadership and other business state of Meghalaya. Whereas the District Council Affairs Department Government of Meghalaya by letter number so and so pursuant to the order dated so and so passed in so and so has reiterated that the shipyard, tollgate on national highway, state highway and major district road cannot operate without the requisite permission from the Ministry of Road Transport and Highway and the state government. Whereas any construction on state road is subject to permission by the state government, which alone is competent to erect barricades or shipyard thereunder under the provision of the Motor Vehicle Acts 1998. Whereas National Highway is a subject matter of entry 23 list 1 of the 7th schedule of the Constitution of India and exclusively under the legislative and executive domain of the Union, whereas section 23 of the Control of National Highway Land and Traffic Act hereinafter called provide that all land form part of the national highway shall be deemed to be the property of the central government, whereas section 31 of the Act bears exclusive authority to regulate traffic on the national highway with the highway administration, whereas section 38 of the Act mandates that no person other than the highway administration or a person authorized by it shall erect, install or carry out any activity or highway land without prior permission, whereas no permission has been obtained from the competent authority for installation or operation of the shipyard in question, whereas the applicant has himself admitted that shipyard is set up on the national highway, any diversion of traffic from national highway, state highway to major for the purpose of checking or amount to encroachment upon the public property and interference with the free flow of traffic, the district admission cannot be restrained from acting in accordance with law. In view of the above, written dated so and so is without merit and is hereby rejected. This order, Your Lordship, has been marked copy to the writ petitioner, Your Lordship. Then Lordship kindly have a page 27, Your Lordship. Page 27 of the writ petition. That is the so-called renewal of appointment of the writ petitioner. Lordship kindly have clause 6.
Clause 6.
Clause 6, Your Lordship. That wherever necessary, checkpoint, station, come of office may be set up on convenient area as may be agreed upon, provided that such checkpoint shall not be on the national highway, state highway, PW road. Now I'm putting the question, Your Lordship, where is the permission, Your Lordship? Admittedly, there is no permission, Your Lordship. There is no permission. Lordship kindly have a paragraph 10 of the writ petition. It is the admitted fact, Your Lordship. It is the admitted fact, Your Lordship, that this shipyard, the so-called non-tribal shipyard, Your Lordship, is situated at Maurangkeneng Maukhanu, Your Lordship. Maurangkeneng Maukhanu, Your Lordship, which is the national highway, Your Lordship, connecting Assam, Ribhoi district, and Assam again, Your Lordship, is 25 meters away from the national highway, Your Lordship. 25 meters, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Then Lordship kindly have the Control of National Highway Land and Traffic Act 2002, Section 23, 24, 25.
National Highway Act.
Lordship, if Lordship, he done? Control 2000.
I have a copy.
Lordship, please have Section 23. Lordship kindly have 23.
Yes.
Highway land to be deemed as property of central government. All land forming part of the highway which vests in the central government, for which do not already vest in the central government but have been acquired for the purpose of national highway, shall for the purpose of this act and other central act be deemed to be the property of the central government as honored thereof, your lordship. The admitted fact, your lordship, that the national highway Maukhandu, Mauringkening, your lordship, that is, it fall under the acquired. It was acquired, your lordship, by the government of India, your lordship. Then, lordship kindly have section 24, your lordship. Prevention of occupation of highway land. No person shall occupy any highway land or discharge any material through drain on such land without obtaining prior permission for such purpose in writing as the highway admission or any of the authorized vessel in that behalf. Then so and so, your lordship. Then kindly have section 25, your lordship.
Yes.
The highway administration or the officer authorized by such admission in that behalf, having regard to the safety and convenience of traffic and subject to such condition as may be prescribed, and on payment of prescribed rent or other charges, grant or lease license of highway land to a person for temporary use. Then lordship kindly have section 38. Construction on highway land. Notwithstanding anything in any other law for the time being enforced, no person other than the highway admission or a person authorized by such admission in this behalf shall construct, install, shift, repair, alter, or carry any pole, pillar, abutment, tower, transfer cable, under or over any highway except with the prior permission in writing of the highway admission for such purpose, lordship. Then lordship kindly have the National Highway Act of 1956. Lordship, this is section 4. I'll just read it, your lordship. National Highway Act of 1956, your lordship. This is section 4, your lordship. (1956), your lordship.
Section 4.
Section 4, your lordship, is say like this, your lordship. All national highways shall vest in the union, and for the purpose of this act, highway include all land appurtenant thereto, whether demarcated or not. All bridges, culvert, tunnel, causeway, carriageway, and other structure constructed on or across such highway, and all fences, trees, posts, and boundary for long and milestone of such highway or any land appurtenant to such highway. So, your lordship, admittedly, your lordship, the so-called non-tribal circuit fall within the land of the national highway. Lordship, recently, your lordship, the Honorable Supreme Court in the case of Phalodi accident, your lordship, versus the National Highway Authority of India, lordship will kindly come to paragraph 4C, your lordship. C. Paragraph 4C, your lordship. Lordship has got that judgment. Lordship kindly have a paragraph 4C. Construction operation. Yes. Lordship, paragraph 4C, your lordship. Construction operation of any new dhaba, eatery, or commercial structure, lordship. Commercial structure, your lordship. Within the right of way. What is the right of way, your lordship? Of any national highway is prohibited with immediate effects. District magistrate shall enforce demolition, removal of all new or existing unauthorized structure within 60 days in term of this CNH Act procedure and SOP dated 7/8/2025. What is the distance of the right of way? Lordship kindly have E, your lordship. District Highway Safety Task Force.
Yes.
In every district, wherever the national highway passes through, the concerned district magistrate within 15 days of this order constitute a district highway safety task force in every district across India within 7 days of this order, comprising also of the district administration, police, HNAI, or concerned land owning agency, PWD, and local bodies. The district collector and commissioner of police, superintendent of police shall bear joint responsibility for timely encroachment removal. The task force shall hold fortnightly review meeting and maintain minute states, state government shall further issue notification within 60 days prohibiting change of land use within 40 meters residential and 75 meters commercial from the midpoint of the national highway. Lordship, as I have pointed out, Your Lordship, in paragraph 10 of the writ petition, Your Lordship, it is the admission of the writ petitioner, Your Lordship, that the so-called non-tribal checkgate is situated at a distance of 25 meters, Lordship. Lordship, here, Your Lordship, what are the distance, Your Lordship? The distance is from the midway of the national highway, Your Lordship. This is up to 75 meters, Your Lordship. 75 meters. So, Your Lordship, by virtue of this, Your Lordship, that checkgate fall within the boundary of this 75 meters, Your Lordship. So he cannot operate without obtaining the permission of the appropriate authority. So my contention, Your Lordship, first, the writ petition suffered from the misjoinder and non-joinder of necessary parties, Your Lordship, because the National Highway Authority, the Union of India, Your Lordship, who are the custodian of the National Highway, have not been brought before Your Lordship. Have not been brought before Your Lordship. Second, Your Lordship, the United Khasi Jaintia District Training by Non-Tribal Regulation 1954, Your Lordship, nowhere in the said regulation, Your Lordship, empowers the District Council to collect that so-called non-tribal fee, Your Lordship, by shaking the flying vehicles, Your Lordship, coming from different states, Your Lordship. This, Your Lordship, in my humble and respectful submission, Your Lordship, will hit Article 301 of the Indian Constitution. That means it will disturb the free flow of interstate trade, Your Lordship. Then another point, Your Lordship, is that, Your Lordship, the gate has already been closed down, Your Lordship. If Lordship allows to reoperate, Your Lordship, in my humble and respectful submission, Your Lordship, this is the interim prayer, Your Lordship. In my humble and respectful submission, Your Lordship, if Lordship is inclined to pass the interim order allowing the reoperation of that gate of the check gate, Your Lordship, in my humble and respectful submission, Your Lordship, this would amount to granting a final relief in the writ petition, Your Lordship. So my humble and respectful submission, Your Lordship, considering the fact, Your Lordship, that the admitted position as pleaded by the writ petitioner that the distance of the so-called non-tribal check gate, Your Lordship, is situated at 25 meters from in the highway, and in view of the order in Palodi accident, Your Lordship, that the right of way is fall within 75 meters, Your Lordship, from the midway of the national highway, Your Lordship, and coupled with the fact, Your Lordship, that the District Council does not have the power, the writ petitioner is not entitled to any relief. Lordship, they may District Council, Your Lordship, because here District Council has been, Lordship, they may rely in the judgment of judgment of 113 of 2000. Lordship, kindly have a page 40, Your Lordship. That is the judgment rendered by this Honorable High Court in the case of Mayantis Maulot versus Khasil Autonomous District Council. Page 40, Your Lordship. At that time, Your Lordship, the Honorable Court was pleased to, at that time when I was the senior government advocate, Your Lordship, has requested me to address on the issue, Your Lordship. So I have addressed that, Your Lordship, and Lordship kindly have Lordship, page 59. What is the conclusion of the Honorable High Court in that judgment, Your Lordship? Lordship, kindly have page 59.
Yes.
Your Lordship. In the present matter, Lordship is with me.
Yes.
In the present matter, all the aforesaid aspects have only been indicated with reference to the submission of the learned senior GA. However, it does not appear that such an appointment origin or by identifying, detecting the trading by non-tribal commercial transport was ever questioned by any individual or by the state government as being unauthorized or beyond the power of the available under paragraph 10 of the 6th schedule. The power and authority with the council to control and interfere with the business of the non-tribal commercial within the area being not the direct question involved in the present matter, it is left open that only with the observation that such question, when raised in the appropriate proceeding, may be considered on its own merit, Your Lordship. In that writ petition, Your Lordship, that is Mayantis Maulot relates to the cancellation of the contract, Your Lordship. That whether the district council has the power to erect that so-called non-tribal church has the power or not, that was not the issue, Your Lordship. The court took cognizance only when I made that argument, Your Lordship. And in this paragraph, Your Lordship, the Honorable High Court, Your Lordship, in that judgment has granted that liberty to question, Your Lordship, the authority of the district council, Your Lordship, whether they have this power or not, Your Lordship. As I have submitted, Your Lordship, the United Khasi Jainti Hill District Trading by Non-Tribal Regulation 1954 does not authorize, Lordship, because if a non-tribal, Your Lordship, comes and wants to do a business, Your Lordship, he has to go to the district council and apply, Your Lordship. That means that license would mean only for the shop, Your Lordship, for the shop, or if he wants to start a business in the resident and all, he will need. But for those trucks, Your Lordship, coming from Silchar, coming from all over India, Your Lordship, to stop, where is the question, Your Lordship, of them obtaining a trading license, Your Lordship? Lordship, I'm giving an example. Suppose a Hero motorcycle, Your Lordship, is they are bringing their motorcycle or their scooters, Your Lordship, and they are supposed to keep them in Sora, Your Lordship. Where is the question of them, Your Lordship, applying a trading license, Your Lordship? So my humble and respectful submission, Your Lordship, it directly hits Article 301, Your Lordship, affecting the free flow of interstate trade, Your Lordship. This kind of check it should not be allowed to be operated, Your Lordship. And no interim order, Your Lordship, is called for.
Since the council is questioning the authority of the district council, the National Highway Act, Land Control Act, power is only invested to the central government, National Highway Administration, not to the state government. State has no role to play. Now, the EHA has cited a Supreme Court judgment in different contexts. The involvement of the district magistrate is there. That would be a certain after, my lord, a National Highway verify whether there is a violation of National Highway Act or not. State cannot of its own go and shut down somebody's check gates or the commercial center, my lord. My lord, see the impugned order, the ground taken by the state government, page number 81. They have taken the plea, my lord, page number 81.
Yes.
Para 7, my lord, they refer to Gayan Prakash versus Union of India. This only, my lord, Supreme Court held that central government should constitute a surveillance team where the police of the state would involve. It never prohibits, my lord, or it never empowered the state government to take over the highway administration. Secondly, my lord, point number 10, they refer to Sidangyo. I was one of the council there. This is absolutely different issue. The district council sought to appoint an agent to regulate the, my lord, to establish the mineral chalan checkpoints. And this Honorable High Court held that no, under Para 9, it is the state government only who can collect the mineral, the royalty, not the district council. District council only entitled the share. That's struck down. It has no connection with the non-tribal trading license, non-tribal activities. Another point, my lord, Hima Maurong, page point 13. Well, we argue here. There was a district magistrate in Shillong shut down the customary doors in Chirapunji. Hima Maurong shut down. We argue the case. Lordship has set it aside. In that case, state has relied the Sidangyo case. Lordship has written a clear finding that Sidangyo case stands altogether differently, stand in different footing. It's not applicable. They prefer appeal. They could not succeed in a division bench. It is a wrong reliance. Wrong reliance. In para 21, the same page number 80 to 83, they also quoted the interim order. Lordship's interim order is still standing. Gente Hills also made the issue of prohibition order, that any agents or district council, Gente Hills has no power to appoint any agents under the non-tribal regulation to collect the taxes or the to check the vehicles. Lordship has stayed. State did not go for appeal. Lordship order is still holding the field. And district council Gente Hills is not different from the this is Khasi Hills. But they were born under the same signature. There's no different footing. If they have a grievance, why did they not go for appeal? Now in the Gente Hills matter, they allow under the regulation 2011 enacted by the Gente Hills allowed to operate. When it comes to the East Khasi Hills District Council, they say no. See, it is the same state, and the state is engaging in litigation. They cannot do this. They cannot sit over. They cannot comply lordship order. They cannot hear in the East Khasi Hills. They cannot take a different stand. And see the order passed by my lord in this case, page number 86, 87, lordship order. This is the order my lordship has passed. And the argument of the state, may I come to 93, page 93. Yes, page 92, my lord. Mr. Sansan speaking, my lord. The question of...
Page 93?
Yes, para 11.
Para 11?
11. Mr. Sansan, Advocate General speaking on behalf of the state respondent, has submits that the first objection to this miscellaneous petition where the petitioner has the legal authority to set up check-ins. That issue is still pending. Still pending. And they refer to, my lord, 2011 Act. They say under this provision they don't have the power. Para 13, they refer to Sidang Yukis. Lordship has heard at length. And finally, my lord, Lordship, fine thing is, my lord, come to page number 99. Yes, page number 19. Relevant para, my lord. 29, my remember. On the alleged violation of the provision of the Control of National Highway and Traffic Act 2002, this court is in agreement with the argument raised by the petitioner to say that the question whether the check-in of the petitioner is on the national highway or beyond it can be ascertained only when the entire matter is heard, as that is the crux of the problem in these proceedings. Prima facie, it cannot be said that petitioner has set up the check-in on the national highway. It may be mentioned that National Highway Administration ought to have raised an objection or filed a complaint if such act of violation within its jurisdiction is committed. There is no record of such complaint at this juncture. On the overall consideration of the matter, this court is convinced that the petitioner has a prima facie case and the balance of convenience lies with it, and the impugned orders are not kept in abeyance. Irreparable loss and injury would be caused to. According to the pending disposal of the main petition, the prayer of the petitioner for stay of the operation of the impugned 2000 prohibition order matter. So all these issues are there, and the district council is aware, file application to intervene in this matter. Lordship has an issue notice given to the government to file a show cause. They are taking time. Recently, the matter came up. They sought time again to address this issue. So this is a fit case. Lordship may apply lordship interim order for the time being. We will file a short affidavit as quickly as possible. Decide the game. Decide the matter together. And the National Highway, my lord, learned AG has read out. National Highway, my lord, has the control over the land acquired by the highways. They have no control over the beyond the highways. Right of ROW, right of ways, my lord. They acquired 30 meters, and they utilize only 20 meters. Remaining 10 meters also falls within that acquired area, ownership of the national highway. It is called right of way. Beyond that, they cannot do this. My lord, AG referred 75% under what context we will examine. If that be the case, my lord, most of the structure inside the city, national highway crossing in the heart of city, will be demolished. Lordship need to examine this aspect. At this juncture, my lord, Lordship, I support the argument of the petitioner.
I have some more suggestions, because we are only at the interim stage, Lordship. Affidavit has to be filed by the state, Lordship, because we are basically challenging the power and the jurisdiction of the deputy commissioner in passing the impugned order, Lordship. because these concerns the National Highway, Your Lordship. Whether the Deputy Commissioner can exercise the powers under the National Highway Act, Lordship. Whether Deputy Commissioner is the authority under National Highway Act. That requires consideration by this court, Lordship, by in a detailed
Why
hearing.
have you not met the National Highway Authority?
The impugn order has been issued by the Deputy Commissioner, Lordship. I have no grievance against the National Highway. I have no grievance against the National Highway. No relief can be sought from the National Highway, Lordship. And there's no requirement for me to seek any permission from the National Highway, Lordship, because I have not set up the check gate. It's not within the jurisdiction of the National Highway, Lordship. It's beyond the National Highway, Lordship. Lordship has dealt in the other matter, Lordship, which my learned senior has also read out. This requires determination by this Honorable Court, Lordship. Until such time, Lordship, at least the impugn order should be stayed, because we're challenging the jurisdiction of the competent jurisdiction of the Deputy Commissioner itself, Lordship, in issuing the impugn order, Lordship. Because they have no control, the state government has no control over the National Highway, Lordship, which has been clearly stated out even in the Act, Lordship. Now, so far as the Mayantis Maulot is
So there is no vested power on the Deputy Commissioner to act on behalf of the National Highway Authority.
Exactly, Your Lordship. And one more submission, Lordship. So far as the Mayantis Maulot is concerned, Your Lordship, the court has really come to a clear observation and finding that the District Council has the powers to regulate and check under the Regulation 2015, Your Lordship, under paragraph 10 of the 6th schedule, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Now, the District Council is challenging the authority of the District Council, Your Lordship. Whether any appeal has been filed against the order passed by this Honorable Court in Mayantis Maulot, there's no order, Lordship. And so far as the authority, they had raised the allegation, the issue that District Council has no power under the regulation. Lordship, the regulation has been assented by the Governor. Till date, the state has not filed has not challenged that regulation before this Honorable Court, Lordship. So my humble submission, Lordship, at this stage, Lordship, the entire matter needs further consideration by this Honorable Court, as Your Lordship had held in the other matter as well. I'm only praying that at this stage, Lordship, the impugn order, which has been exercised without jurisdiction, Your Lordship, which is illegal and arbitrary, Lordship, that has to be stayed, Lordship, and I may be allowed to run the check gate. Lordship, if no stay order, Lordship, my writ petition would become infructuous, Lordship. This is my humble submission.
Yes. So for the parties,
Lordship.
he passes the orders.
Value, Lordship.
In the meantime, the repetition is admitted. Notice
Lordship. This case number.
you're making your prayer in this same petition or separate?
So I've filed a separate miss case for stay.
Separate. So the other one will pass in the miss case then.
Lordship.
Yes, I-
Lordship,
Number
the
171.
Lordship, the miscase at the repression, the prayer is relief. As I have submitted, Your Lordship, if interim relief is granted, Lordship, that will amount to final disposal of the repetition. Lordship, kindly.
If that be so, then
Lordship.
so be it. I have practically heard the matter on merits.
Lordship. Apply, Your Lordship.
Of course, it remains to be seen whether there are other questions of to be decided or issues to be taken care of. A formal order will be passed now.
Lordship.
Heard Mr. Melnong Pure, Learned Counsel for the petitioner, who has submitted that this petition has been filed, the petitioner being aggrieved by the impugn order dated. Where's the impugn order?
27 May 2026.
Page
That will be at page
85.
85.
By the impugn order dated. Impugn order dated 27/5/2026, passed by the Deputy Commissioner, East Khasis District. Under bracket, page 85, dash annexure 2, Roman 2.
11.
Sorry, annexure 11. Mr. Nexa, Mr. Ndishulai, along with Mr. has accepted notice on behalf of respondent number
1 to 5, Your Lordship.
1 to 5.
Hello.
As such, no formal.
1 to 4, Your Lordship, not 1 to 5. 1 to
5 is the
Yes, Your Lordship. I'm sorry, Your Lordship. 125, Your Lordship. Sorry, Your Lordship. Officer in charge.
He is your official only. क्या बोला?
Dato halo rumah saya mang to.
Leonard AG here, along with Mr. Leonard G has accepted notice on behalf of respondent number 125. As such, no formal notice is required to be issued on such respondent. Next, similarly, Mr. H.L. Sangrisu, Leonard Senior Counsel, Special Counsel, KHADC, has also accepted notice on behalf of the respondent 6, KHADC. Mr. H.L. along with her. Accordingly, next, this petition is hereby admitted. Respondents to file their counter affidavit. If so desired, then the next date fix. This is matter after 2 weeks.
Apply, Your Lordship.
In this case, I'll pass the order later.
Item number 3.